there. Good morning and greetings from a new adventure. It's been a couple of months since I've been in the mountains. Been back with my adventure Big Blue, out on the road and on the trails, and I am delighted to be spending a couple of days here in the Aspen area in Colorado. Technically right now I think I'm closer to Snowmass, which is just a region next to Aspen, but I'm staying in Aspen proper. And I'm up bright and early this morning, just as the sun is coming up, to do this trail I've been eyeing for a while. It's the Conundrum Creek Falls Trail. Is there falls? Or is it just Conundrum Creek Trail? I can't remember. You know, I always list the trails I do in the description box. But it goes to hot springs. So a lot of people do this as a backpacking trip. You can get a permit to stay at campsites by the hot springs. Ooh, I haven't been at altitude in a long time, I can tell. I'm just doing it as a day hike. It's like 17-ish miles, I think. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm delighted to bring you along with me. Let's see what we get up to. The Maroon Bells Snowmass Wilderness in the White River National Forest. Ooh, it's pretty. Look at that. I'm guessing this is Conundrum Creek or the White Snake River. What did I say? I don't remember. Sure is pretty outside. So I had a lovely second half of my summer doing lots of Disney adventures. Some with friends, some with my kiddos. And you know how much I love Disney. It's just my heart. Loves the magic. But I am happy to be back here. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's just trying to change. It's mid-September here. And if it's anything like Utah, peak change is next week, I would guess. It's usually the second half of September out in Utah. Similar climate here, so anyway, I'm not going to yap at you this whole hike. Look at this. Do you see this? Hold on. There we go. That's better. I will roll on the hiking montage. Here we go. Giddy up. So I've got on my sandals, not to show you my feet, tied my shoes on my bag, and gonna go across that way because I don't want wet socks the whole day. River, creek, whatever, water crossing success. snack. What is a snack? 1, 2, 3. Snack number 3. It's cold, you guys. That water was cold. Glad I brought the water shoes. I read the comments. A recent, you can hear people crossing. It's cold. On the trail. And they're like, bring the water shoes to cross the thing. So yeah. Because it got up to close to my knee. Maybe like top of my calf water. I just rolled my pants up and used my Tevas. Okay, so we've got like, I think just under 2 miles to get to the springs, and it gets more uphill from here, so I'll probably see you at the top. I love these little ponds that have been scattered along the way. Some of them have been frozen on the top too, so you know, it's not exactly the warmest. So I think we're about 2/10 of a mile away now, pretty close. And this is where the campsites start. But you need to get a permit for those on recreation.gov if you want to do that. But yeah, that last part was a little steep, but we're almost there. And we're almost there. Oh, hello, friend. Hello. Aww. So you see where the bubbles are? That's the like heat, the thermo whatever coming up. I don't know any of the scientific terms, I'm sorry. But it's really, really lovely. There are a whole bunch of people here, but they kind of are leaving / left. So I can film a little bit. It's really, really nice. I'm like fully in it. It feels really good. And there's like pockets where it's hotter, like where these bubbles are. It's really nice. And the view isn't so bad either. Look at that. It's just lovely. There we go. Now I've got so many clothes on, but I don't know, I'm not gonna make it. Some people do. That's cool, but I mean, it's alright. Look how pretty it is. But I think there's another little pool up a bit. I actually brought, I wore my bike shorts and obviously my tank and stuff under my pants. And the plan, and I brought a clean pair of underwear and a clean sports bra, and I'm just gonna find a place in a tree somewhere to change back into my clothes, but just take off the wet things and have a little wet dry bag. But yeah, I came prepared. This is really, really nice. I bought a brand new camera that can go in water, and it's in my bag, but it's too far to go carry. It's not that deep to show you, I'm sitting, but the bubbles are really cool, and it feels like a legit, hot tub. It's really, really nice, and a really nice mid-hike treat, for sure. But yeah, sorry, I probably have to jack up the volume in the edit, because I'm whispering, because I don't want to bother there's another gal, she's up top now, but it's really, really nice, and it's just so pretty. See all the mountains, and all the trees, and all the things. Okay, let's see if I can show you a little bit of the bubbles. Oh, my lens is so dirty. That's what makes it hot. That's where the heat is coming up on the earth. Liquid hot magma. It's so cool. I love this. It's just so pretty. Yay. Alright, I'm heading down. Found a nice copse of trees. Is that how you pronounce it? Where is it? Copse or cops? C-O-P-S-E? I'm saying that right way. How many contexts do you have to use that word? Very few. Anyway, to change in. Apparently, lots of people go in their birthday suit. And that's great, but not me. Does that make me a prude? I don't think so. Prude is not a word I would categorize myself as, but I just don't feel like the need to be naked. Do you know? I kind of have to look where I'm going now because I feel myself getting lost. But yeah, that was so nice. I feel so refreshed. I'm having snack 4, which is an apple, and trying not to get lost. So let's head down. No rush. This is all like meandering pace. This is wonderful. Actually, when I was leaving, I was getting my shoes on. I was talking to an older gentleman up there who apparently went to Northwestern and studied to be a dentist, and now lives out here. Apparently he was born and raised out here, and went there to go to school and then came back. I just, you know, you can always find the Midwesterners. Even though he's not technically a Midwesterner, he did live there for a while, so there, you can always find wherever you go. Alright, let's get down the mountain. Check this out. I noticed this on the way up, but I was keen on being done climbing the hill, so I went past it. It's like some old cabin spiel. Oh, no camping here, I'm guessing is what it says, but no historical markers or anything. But yeah, there she is. Okay, you know, I don't usually film going down when it's an out and back because it's like, you know, but look, it's so crystal clear. Look at these mountains. They're so beautiful. There is a bit of a waterfall situation. You see, I don't know, it's hard to pick out, but it's like coming down that way. But then look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. It's been the most beautiful hike. I am tired. It's long. Nothing like not hiking for 2 months and then being like, I think I'll jump in with an 18-miler. By the way, it is going to end up being 18 miles when all is said and done. But yeah, it's all good. I'm having so much fun. I gotta cross this. Hello. Whoa. I'm gonna put you over there. Hello. Made it back. 18 miles on the nose. 3,143 feet of elevation gain. And it took me, hold on, 8 hours and just about 14 minutes, like 8:13:54. 8 hours and 14 minutes. So it took me 4 hours and 15 minutes to go up and about 4 hours to come down. I am not faster generally going down than I am going up. But there were some technical parts to this hike. You know, like I would say, whoa, come on little guy, just hang in there. The wind is blowing. I have the car airing out. So it's like, I wonder, I have like my little selfie stick thing here. I think that's good. Definitely like a moderate trail, not super technical, not super steep. It's just like the hardest part of it is it's very long. But other than that, it's really, really lovely. Lots of beautiful views. The, you know, foliage is pretty. Is there somebody behind me? Probably. It's alright. And oh my gosh, the hot spring. So it's like 4 o'clock now. I spent a solid hour up there just like soaking and taking it in. It's just beautiful. Highly, highly, highly recommend. So yeah, if you're curious, there were a couple, maybe 2 or 3, like, I don't even call them rock fields, just rocky areas, and a few crossings, like water crossings. You have to go over some rocks and things. But other than that, pretty nice. Some good up and down. It wasn't like really uphill consistently for very long. Anyway, let's go put our feet up. Hey guys, welcome to my humble abode for a couple nights at least. I got in kind of late last night and it was dark and I was tired from the drive and all that, so I didn't do my pristine tour. So what you're seeing is I stayed here one night tour, but I hope you can still get a gist of the spot. This is a little condo here in Aspen. It's 1 bedroom, but the the sofa turns into a pull-out. So we'll start at the beginning, at the door, and I'll take you around. Okay, you walked in, you got this cute little entryway. Imagine like during the winter, this is a nice space with all the gear to take on and off and hang your big coats and everything, and if you're skiing and all that. So there's that. And then here is the space. It's really sweet. Very nicely appointed, very kind of clean, modern-esque, if you will. It is a little dark. So even though it's like daytime, there's not that much. It just doesn't get that bright in here. But I turned the lights on and it's perfectly fine. Look how nice and cozy it is. So you do have your own little porch too, if you want to sit outside with a nice big stack of wood. It is cool enough. I'm considering building a fire. We'll see. We'll see. But just lovely. Anyway, please disregard. I actually haven't sat on the couch yet. You can tell because the pillow still looks nice, but please disregard my stuff here, there, and everywhere. But it's got this nice table here, and then the kitchen is lovely. It really is a nice... I like these in a smaller place to have this kind of kitchen where it kind of like makes it feel like its own room, even though it's not. You know what I mean? Like I could see living in a place where like a smaller place with a kitchen like this, because it's all one space, but it kind of divides it. But yeah, got everything you could possibly need in here. And again, very nicely appointed. And then over here, you've got the bedroom. I did sleep in it. I tried to make, I always make the bed, but I tried to make it look nice. Just take my word for it. It looked really, really nice last night. I don't know why I opened this so wonky, but here's the blinds are just so crooked. But yeah, really nice space. Very comfortable. There's a big old TV right there. Oh, and a mirror. Hello. And then there's a closet right off the side here. Where I've, put all my stuff. But lots of places to hang and put things. And there's extra towels and all that jazz. And then last but not least, we've got the bathroom. It is, it's a smaller room, but still has all the things, including a tub. Not the deepest tub, but a tub nonetheless, and we'll take it. And this I did take a bath last night, and I used this towel warmer. In fact, I'm going to turn it on now. And it was so nice. I don't think I've ever... properly use a towel warmer. I know they've been in places I've stayed before, but I don't think I've ever used it. I cannot remember. It's so nice. Anyway, I'm planning on taking a long soak and washing my hair because I did go in the hot spring. But yeah, we've got, your toilet and all that. Sink business here. And then washer and dryer, which I will put to good use as well. And that's the whole spot. So I did eat the snacks, but that wasn't quite lunch. So I think what I'm going to do, it's 4:30 now. I'm just going to make like a big plate, one of my smorgasbords. I'm a creature of habit, you guys. So some cheese and crackers and salami, some carrots. I didn't even know that Cedar's made a reserve hummus, but I'm real excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and have one of these cottage cheeses for a little extra protein. And these grapes. By the way, I did my grocery shopping at Whole Foods in Denver that I've been to many times. And these are organic Honeycrisp apples. But they are legit the best apples I've ever had in my life. And I have Honeycrisp apples all the time. But whatever these are, they're the best. So yeah, I'm going to make myself a smorgasbord plate. And then I'm going to take a long soak. So I don't know if I'm not going to be doing anything different to show you tonight, but I'm just going to let myself relax. I'm probably going to end up going to bed real early. I'm reading right now the Ever King series. Is that what it's called? Let's look it up. I just have a feeling I'm going to spend the rest of my evening, basically eating, relaxing, The Ever King book is the first in the Ever Seas series by, wait for it, I like to tell you, LJ or LI? I think it's LJ Andrews. And yeah, so far I like it. I am 43% into this book. I read it a lot on the plane yesterday. But I do book talk videos, not like book talk like TikTok, book talk like TALK, where I just share about the books I've been reading on my Patreon community. And it was kind of like a not serious goal, but like, could I get to 100 books this year was my thought for 2025. And as of before this book, this is my 90th book, actually. I read in total 89 books this year, and this is my 90th book. So I think I'm going to make it to 100. Just have a feeling. I read so much. Over the summer, I read 47 books. I don't usually tally. I don't like have a tally of them. The ongoing tally, I do have like a little reading journal where I count like at the end of the month. But I tallied them up for my recent book talk video. I just put it up around the time of filming this. And I was like, homegirl read a lot of books this summer. I tend to read the more like intense the outside world feels to me, the more I read. So that's it. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my evening. I also have to sort out what I'm doing tomorrow. I will do a shorter hike for sure, not 18 miles. I'm also like curious about renting, if I can rent a bike, and they have like a nice bike path here. That would be so fun. That was like aggressive. I've been really into riding my bike at home lately. So I don't know, that's an option too. But I do want to have at least a little time to walk around Aspen proper tomorrow, as that's one of the reasons that I'm here, is because I'm coming back in a couple weeks for 29 Mountain, that event, if you know, you know. And it's here in Aspen, but I know that I won't have time to like do any Aspen-y things. It basically, if you're familiar with the area, we hike up Ajax. Like, I don't remember how many times it is. 11, 12? I don't know. So many times. Just to get to that. I should look it up because I'm curious. Hold on. I stand corrected. It's only 9 hikes up the mountain. But each hike is 3 miles. And each hike is 32... like hovers around 3,300 feet of elevation gain. It's 3,267 feet. So that's coming up in a couple weeks. And you can actually right now go hike that hike if you want. But I'm going to be doing it 9 times. So I don't feel the need to do it in advance. I know like some people that's like, they want to do it. They want to know what they're walking into. I prefer like brain-wise, I prefer the surprise. If it's going to be horribly hard or really, you know, like, I don't know, I just don't want to know until I'm in it. So I know this spot, this condo I'm at, and I always link the places I stay below when I can. It's only like a 5-minute walk to the gondola, and I believe it's the gondola that I will be riding down, 10 times, I guess, in just a couple weeks. Hopefully, knock on wood. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel the need to see it or do it in advance. If I happen by it tomorrow, then I happen by it. But yeah, I like some things to be surprised. But anyway, all that to say, like, I wanted to come not only kind of get acclimated with the area. I think we're at about 8,000 feet here. On the hike today, I got up to a little over 11,000 feet. It's actually, the hike today is a very similar amount of elevation gain to the hikes, the 29 hike, but that'll be much, much shorter, 3 miles instead of 9 to do that much elevation gain, you know, one way. So yeah, it will not be easy. Today kicked my butt, but it was so fun. And also, like I said, I just want to like see the area because I don't know if I'll come back to Aspen or not. It seems lovely, but I'd like to like hang out a little bit in the town and get a chai from somewhere at some point. Not at 4:40 in the afternoon though, so that's tomorrow. But yeah, I'll figure all my plans out for tomorrow tonight too, and then we will reconvene then. All right. Roll on tomorrow. This is creepy lighting. Good morning. It's 6:20. I'm just finished getting ready and I'm having a bite to eat. And I think I've decided, I'm definitely going to take it a lot more easy today. I feel good, but I just I still want to get out. It's supposed to be nice until the afternoon when it's going to get kind of gross. So, and by kind of gross, I mean rain. So I'm going to head over to the White River National Forest. It's like 25-minute drive, I think, and do this American Lake Trail. 6.2 miles with a 2,000 foot elevation gain. And just see some more mountain beauty today. And then, of course, hopefully, I should be done with that much earlier than I was yesterday. And I hope to spend some time walking around Aspen. I looked for like tours to do, like a walking food tour or something, or like a bike tour. Couldn't find anything, which I thought was interesting. So we'll do our own tour. But yeah, this looks lovely. I want to get a move on though, because it's a Friday, and you never know with the parking. But I've got all my stuff, my kit and caboodles all ready to go over there, and looking forward to some more time in the mountains. Here we are. It's a nice little trailhead parking lot right off the road. So that's nice. There's only one other car in here at the moment. And you only need bear canister and a permit if you're going to be camping, which we are not going to do. Take a picture of this and bring it with you. That's always a good idea. I do have my trail map downloaded, and we're going to head up. Not 10 steps in, and it's already a fall wonderland. Buckle up, Buttercup. We're entering the wilderness. I've got my full kit and caboodle, although it's much later than yesterday, without all the extra stuff I bought for the water crossings and the hot springs. My lungs are not used to climbing at altitude anymore. It's alright. Anyway, 6 miles is not the longest hike, but it's about my threshold for bringing the whole pack as opposed to just my waist pack. Waist pack, like 5 miles and under, usually. And it might seem excessive to some, but better safe than sorry. Anyway, it's stunning. I'm walking through an amazing grove of aspens. Here, I'll show you. Look at this. Oh, they're so pretty. And I love the sound of the wind through the aspen leaves. Anyway, we're heading up. Doesn't look like it on the camera, but we're definitely going up. So we'll do some hiking montage, shall we? We shall. Let's. He wants snacks. We don't feed the wildlife, right? Yeah. Anyway, made it. It's beautiful. The other people are here. I knew there was a group ahead of me on the trail because of the car in the parking lot, so it's gorgeous. So still and serene. Wow. God, there's so many rocks. I think I showed just part of it, but there's like so much rock fall. I think it's from snow avalanches, but don't quote me on that. I heard some rock falling too far away. Trail snack. Lake snack. Lake snack, yeah. Here's some more rocks. The trail is actually pretty it's not technical really at all. There's just these few little parts here, but it's a very easy breezy trail. It's just steep going up. But yeah, I'm also cooked from yesterday. But look at that Golden Valley view. Well, good morning, friend. Look at him just chowing down. Oh, our cutie. There we go. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, guys, my watch says just shy of 6 3/4 miles, a little over 2,000 feet, 2,089 feet of elevation gain. I don't know what I'm filming. My leg? That's helpful. 3 hours, 30, well, we'll call it 36 minutes. I went so slow going up, but I was just like so cooked from yesterday. It took me 2 hours and 7 minutes to get up the mountain. And what, an hour and a half to get down? That seems about right. I go faster on the downhill when it's not technical. But I don't have any service here, but I know I'm going to turn left out of this parking lot to take me back towards Aspen. And then I'd like to go into town. I think I might just go park my car, at the condo, and then just walk into town and get some coffee or something. What is? Oh, it's just a shadow. Not coffee. A chai or a matcha or something like that. It does look like it's going to rain later, so, but it's only, 11-ish. So, I've got time. Here we go. Alright, I just changed my shirt because it's a little sweaty, and grabbed my little bag, and I'm heading over. For being a ritzy-ditzy mountain town, there really aren't many highly rated coffee shops, which is surprising. Very surprising to me. But what can you do? Anyway, I'm heading over. There's a place really close. It's just a couple minutes walk away to. Do I go down this path? To try to get something warm. A little chai or something. The best rated place that apparently has delicious croissants is like a 40-minute walk. So I am going to probably go over there because that sounds really good. And I got to try a croissant. But I want something to hold on the way. So I'm going to get in some more miles today. I'm not tracking this, but when I left, I was at 11.8 thousand steps for the day. So let's see what we get to. Yeah, I figured I could mosey on that way and do some window shopping on the way. Just enjoy the weather until the rain. This is at Origin by a farmer and chef. Apparently you can sit down and eat, but I'm hoping they just have a thing to go. They were so nice in there. Looks like a really nice restaurant, but I just got a chai to go with oat milk as I do, and now I can't get my phone to load directions for me to walk to the place, but I've got it on the map, so I'm sure I can figure it out. Anyway, I bought a sticker. I know we're all shocked. By a local watercolor artist. Really pretty. I'll show you later, just in case I buy anything else, and then I'll just do a haul all at once. But it's beautiful out. It's like 65. It's a little overcast, but gorgeous. So I think let's go walk and get a croissant. Well, I've unwittingly bypassed the town center, and I've been walking through these residential areas. They're quite lovely though. A lot of Victorian style homes mixed with more modern bits and bobs. From my observation so far is bicycling is very big here. There's a lot of roads just for bicycles, and e-bikes seem to be extremely popular as a mode of transportation. There's a lot of construction on houses and condos everywhere. And it seems like they're building new stuff and fixing older stuff up. And also, there's a lot of restaurants so far. Those are my observations. You're welcome. Also, fascinating to me, at least in this part of town, there's no sidewalks, but they've designated what you would think is a bike lane as a walking lane. Do you see this sign on the painting on the ground? Walking both ways. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. Anyway, onward. Look at this. I'm not going to give you a tour of every house, but it's got some charm. I made it to the Aspen Meadows Resort. This is lovely. And this is apparently where the croissants are. But I have to find exactly where coffee roasters. Look how beautiful that is. Apparently they make all their pastries in-house. They had something called a crownie, which was a croissant around a brownie, and I was like, that's too intense. This is just a chocolate, a pain au chocolat, chocolate croissant. And then I got another chai because apparently that wasn't enough. Well, I can attest that was a very tasty chocolate croissant. Very fresh and delicious. And worth the walk, I think, because it's a nice day. Anyway, I think I figured out where the main part of town is, so I'm gonna head there now. Have a little look-see. Look-see around. Okay, I think I'm finally in like the proper like town part. I just went into that old-fashioned pharmacy. That's cute. Oh, somebody's getting married. So I'm gonna walk up and down that little street there. I'll pull the camera out if anything interesting comes out, but I don't know. We'll see. There's some big rugby tournament this weekend. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people playing rugby over there. But all the stores are very, very schmancy and not interesting to me personally, but I mean, I guess it fits. Aspen is schmancy, right? Big purchase. I got a yogurt from the market for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, I'm heading back. You know, the town, like itself, structurally is very charming. All the different style buildings and architecture is kind of like a mishmash of things, but it absolutely lacks any personality. And this is just my opinion, but it's just like Hermes, Valentino, you know, like all those kinds of like really schmancy pants stores. And there's just nothing charming about it. And it's so unfortunate. I don't think I've ever been to a mountain town with so little charm. Now, this is just my opinion. Of course, I have different opinions of what constitutes charming, but there's no like mom and pop kind of shops or, you know, anything like with real local artists or like that wasn't like, you know, $50,000 just to walk in the door. You know, nothing like mountain charm. But again, that's just my opinion. Well, hello there. I'm back. I've just been changing around my plans a little bit. I'm actually going to go home a little early, earlier than I thought. But that's okay. I think tomorrow I might not do a hike, which is so weird to say. But when I was hiking today on the way down, I got my bad foot kind of caught under a root I didn't see. And I didn't fall, but in order to like catch myself, that foot like bent a whole lot while wedged under that root, and it kind of pulled an already very tender situation. And I don't want to push it. But yeah, so I don't know. This might be the end of this video. I don't know if I'm going to do anything tomorrow. I'll wrap it up with you tomorrow. I don't have to go to I made my flight later in the evening. So I don't have to go to the airport until later. So I can have like a leisurely morning here if I want. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do in the morning. If I want, there's like a couple of really, really short hikes that are very highly rated around here, like 2-milers. Maybe I'll just do something like that just to get a little air and see something a little different. But I did want to show you what I bought today. And I also wanted to say that I didn't mean to come off as like, I don't know, like really judgy about Aspen. It's just like, you guys know I love a mountain town, and I feel like so many of the mountain towns that I have had the great fortune of visiting have had so much like local charm, and that's what I felt what was missing. Like I said, obviously it's beautiful here. The landscape is gorgeous, and the architecture is fascinating, and there's a lot of historical buildings and just a mishmash of designs, and it's just like very charming in that way. But just like the town itself just lacked the charm vibe for me. But that's, you know, that's my personal opinion, and I don't love shopping at high-end retail. I'm sure some people do and enjoy it very much, and this would probably be a really fun place to do that. That's different from like your Paris or your London or your New York City kind of spiel. So anyway, I didn't mean to like diss on Aspen. I've really enjoyed my time here. I just like was hoping for a little more up my alley mountain vibes from the town, and I didn't get it. But that's my honest, and it's just my opinion, which means nothing to anybody but me. So there it is. So these are the stickers I bought. This is the one that I told you about by a local artist. Her name is Sarah Uhl. It's SARAHUHL.com if you want to check out her work. Isn't that the most beautiful though? I thought that was so pretty. And then of course I bought a couple of Aspen stickers. There's only one like t-shirt shop, which is also like, I mean, I don't like going to the mountain towns for the t-shirt shops of all places, but that's, I don't know, it was kind of telling. So I got one for my journal and one for my vehicle, and that's what I've got. So I'm gonna soak in the bath now. I have this other really odd thing that happened to me, and I can't remember if I like banged my leg on something or not. I feel like I would know. I have like what feels like a very, very big bruise on like my mid quad on my right side, but there's no like blemish of the skin. There's nothing, like it's not even purple. I don't know if that's a muscular, like an internal muscular bruise, which it might be. And even then I feel like maybe it would, I don't know, like show up as a bruise. So I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my body together. I have only like less than 2 weeks until my event, and I just don't want to push it. And I don't know. I feel like I had a very early flight on Sunday morning anyway to go home. And I would have had to leave here in like the middle of the night. So I just bumped it up to the evening instead, and saved myself traveling in the dark. But yeah, I will do all my little like cozy home things now, and I will wrap up with you in the morning because I'm sure I'll get up to something. And that concludes though maybe the hiking portion. We'll see. All right, I'll catch you in like a second, but for me tomorrow. Okay, bye. Good morning. I wanted to wrap up with you. I am not hiking today. I really like to use my full 3-day trips to get in at least 3 hikes, but I woke up this morning, it was pouring, and I just thought that's a sign. Like I was looking at these really short hikes in the area, even like a couple miles and stuff, and it was just like, you know what, let's just have a leisurely morning. Because I think that's the rain, between the rain and the foot and the leg, it's like, you know what, let's, not push it. So that's what I did. I spent a lot of time kind of getting organized, getting packed up to go. I'm already organizing for I'm like starting to think about packing for my event, which is the next thing coming up, the 29 Aspen, like I said. And then I've been doing laundry. Probably hear it in the background. And since then, I've just been catching up in my memory keeping. I really kind of got out of the habit of this. This is my little like scrap journal thing I've talked about before. I still have to journal on this page. I'm mid-process here. But this is just something that I've done, the last couple of years as a way to memory keep in like a less, I don't know, intense way, I would say, and it's manageable. It's travels with me because I use these little notebooks. Anyway, I've really fallen off with that habit this year, and I've missed it so much. So I just spent a bunch of yesterday evening and then this morning playing catch up with September. I'm up to date now with September, except for I think I'm just missing the first few days. I've been going back in time. So I have like 3 or 4 more entries to do, and then I'm all caught up with September, and it's my goal to stay consistent with this for the rest of the year. And then I'm thinking of maybe a different memory keeping / journaling practice. I have been like hyper fixated on planners the last couple weeks, which is something that I haven't been really into in years and years, basically, like, I don't know, for a very long time. And I think I just, I don't know, need a different way to journal and not even like plan really, just like a different way of journal, like daily journaling. So I've been deep diving in the world of Hobonichi versus Sterling ink and all these, I don't know. I've been having fun though. It's been a wonderful distraction from a very, very, very tense time in the world, in like the outer world. So I feel like when the outer world feels extra intense to me, I double down on my inner world. This trip has been a wonderful time for that, and I feel very blessed and grateful for it. I do not take it for granted that I'm able to do this. I know it is not normal. I am definitely not normal. And it means everything to me. But you know, my motto these past, 5-6 years has been, you gotta live while the living is good. You gotta take care of things and plan and be strategic about the future, but you can't just like be so set in things that you don't. I mean, life is chaos lottery. We just don't know what's gonna happen. So I try to think of every day as an opportunity to live, because the days beyond are not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed except, you know, not to be morbid, but we all die. That's the only guarantee. Anyway, so on that happy note, I am going to head out of town. I think I'm going to actually make a trip. I'm going a little bit early to go head into Boulder. Like I said, with aforementioned like planner hyperfixation, I'm going to go to the little paper and pen shop that I found there when I was here over the spring that I really enjoyed. And I think I'm going to get myself some sushi from the sushi restaurant there before I head out. So that's my plan for the rest of the day, but I'm going to let myself like keep those moments and let myself have a little, just a little fun with that. It's a bit of a drive. It's like 3.5 hours too, which I love. I love road trips. So that's another really nice grounding practice for me. As it is, I put on my music and I just go. So I'm real excited for the rest of the day, but I'm going to wrap up the video here. If I film any little clips along the way, I'll pop them in at the end. But next time you see me, it will be the 29/29 adventure. So giddy up, buttercup. I will see you then. I'm feeling very, very, very uncertain about how my body's going to hold up for that. But you know what? We show up and we do our best. 1 foot forward, and you just take it 1 mile at a time, 1 ascent at a time, and that's what we're going to do. But yeah, if you're curious how that goes, stay tuned. And I will see you real soon. In the meantime, thank you for hanging with me today. I'm wishing you magical miles and happy, safe trails. As always, stay safe out there. Be kind to yourself and others. I'm sending you so much love. And I will see you back here in Aspen real soon. Okay, bye.